Utah report. Experience the difference of hometown baking at State Bank of Southern Utah. Right now they're announcing the starting lineups for both of these squads. Starting with the Bryce Valley Mustangs, it'll be Cache Tebbs alongside Grace Leach, Mia Barna, Miley Brinkerhoff, and Annabella Vasquez. And Annabella with a great game yesterday. She was hitting it, letting it fly from deep, finished with 13 points, but Grace Leach finishes with 14, so let's see how they play today. Over for the Wildcats, it'll be Alicia Hernandez, Carly Robles, Millie Hicks, Natalie Alvarez, and Phoenix Dubois. As I mentioned, injured her hand in that first game yesterday, so let's see how that goes today. Natalie Alvarez, player to watch. She can hit shots from outside, and while they started the season 1 of 14, they won 3 of their last 4 games before yesterday, so they were playing pretty good basketball. And yesterday they played a really good game with a Whitehorse team that could shoot the ball, just came up a little bit short, losing by 8 points.
Yeah, and it should be a good matchup between the two teams here. Talking with Dave a little bit before the game, and you know, the Wendover girls team's looking pretty good with their shots and looking pretty accurate. So,
yeah, let's see if the shots fall in the game today. Should be a good one. It's the 12 versus 13 matchup here in the consolation bracket as we get ready for the UMWA tip-off. United Mine Workers of America is a powerful voice since 1890. The union for all workers. To join UMWA for a more secure future, call today at 435-820-2692. Up here in the Blackburn Propane broadcast booth, ready to give you a good one here at Richfield High. Wendover in the home whites with green and gray trim, and Bryce Valley in the green with the white and black trim. And here we go. Tip is off and won by Wendover. So here comes Alvarez. And she hits an early 3 from the right side. No good, but offensive rebound out for the Wildcats to start things off. They'll reset things in the half court. Alvarez going to go 1v1. Now dishes it outside. Another 3 taken. Too strong that time. A miss from Dubois. And it's going back the other way. So here comes Bryce Valley. It's Leach. Over to Tebbs. Picks up her dribble far side. Back over to Leach at the logo. They'll set things up. Back to Tebbs, same spot. Now here's a cutting Vasquez. Goes back outside.
Brinkerhoff.
Now here's the drive. Back up top, Leach. Time running down. Tebbs got to put a shot up. It's stolen away by Alvarez. Great defense that time by the Wildcats. Another quick 3 by Natalie. Too strong off the glass. It'll be out of bounds, but it'll stay here with Wendover. So Natalie putting some shots up early on in the shot clock.
Yeah, it looks like, you know, she's trying to come down and push that fast break real hard. Seems like a good game plan. See how that shakes out here in this first quarter.
Yeah, she's got some open looks. Hasn't seen one fall yet. 0-0 still our score over a minute here into this first quarter. Alvarez looking to inbound baseline. High pass down low. Millie Hicks goes up and gets the 2 and puts Wendover on the board. Nice entry-level pass out of bounds to put the Wildcats up. Turnover last time for Bryce Valley, their first go-around. Here's Leach. She's going to drive. Puts up the floater. No good. Hicks with the board, and she's going to push. Millie going coast to coast. Tries to find Alvarez down low. And it's going to be off of Natalie's hand, so it'll head back the other way. A turnover for the Wildcats. Wendover picking up a little bit of a full court press here. Alvarez up against Leach. She picked up her dribble. And
looks like a referee's timeout.
Yeah. I wonder what is it a clock thing that they're working on? Looks like they are. So it looks like they took the shot clock down 4 more seconds. It must not have been running.
And saw the same kind of issue yesterday with just shot clock timers putting holds on the game there.
Yeah, that's usually a consistent theme throughout, especially when you're playing back-to-back games. It can come through pretty easily. As here's a drive on the other side by Tebbs. Ball's lost. There'll be another turnover for Bryce Valley. So still only 1 shot attempt so far as we hit 2 minutes in here in this first quarter. Tebbs, of course, the team leader in points per game, averaging almost 11 a contest. Here's Hicks down low again, one-on-one. Misses it, but gets her own rebound. Tries to get it out, but it's stolen. And Bryce Valley will slow things down. Nice job that time by Barna, who has the basketball on the far wing. Annabella fakes the 3, then hands it over to Tebbs. She's going to drive. Oh, she's left wide open, and she gets it off in the reverse on the right side. Nice shot that time from Tebbs.
That cross reverse layup, it's a great move, hard to defend. You got your defender on your back.
Yeah, you had that basket as a free screener basically, and a nice layup on the other side by Dubois. So back-to-back buckets down low in the paint. Wendover retakes the lead at 4-2. Here's Vasquez. She'll pop up a 3. She was hot yesterday in the first. Misses that one. Here come the Wildcats. Hernandez brings it over and finds Hicks. Drop off to Alvarez. Here's another close layup missed by Phoenix, and a foul is going to be called. It's going to go against the Wildcats. So that's our first foul of the game, and it looks to go against Hernandez. So here's Barna the other way. Leach got it at the top of the key, finds Tebbs. Picks up her dribble. Vasquez, she's going to try again. Too strong this time, but it's going to be out of bounds off of Hernandez's body, so it'll stay here with the Mustangs with a chance to tie or take the lead.
I think second chance shots, big story of yesterday's tournament, and shaping up to be the same today.
Yeah, you're seeing a lot of teams capitalize off of those out-of-bounds plays. As Leach was able to drive to the basket, she's fouled, so now she'll have a chance to get 2 points from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Legacy Ace Hardware, which you can find at 159 North Main in Panguitch. First one goes in for Grace. So she'll have a chance to go 2 for 2. And tie things up here at 4. She does. Second chance points now coming in clutch as they tie things up here at Richfield. Alvarez goes straight to the corner. Looking for a screen from Phoenix. Instead, she's going to go cross court the other way over to Robles. Trying to find a cutting Hicks. Lost the basketball for a moment, and we got 3 seconds in the key. It'll be a turnover for Wendover. So the Wildcats seem to be looking to go inside the paint for a lot of those shots after Alvarez was trying to hoist up some early threes on those first few possessions.
Yeah, I think as they're getting into this game, they might realize there's a definite height advantage for the Wendover team, and to push that into the post. Good. Give those girls an opportunity down low.
Absolutely. Good move by Barna. She misses, but there's a 3 that rattles off by Dubois. Foul's going to be called down low. It's going to go against the Wildcats. So the physicality's picked up a little bit, too. That's 3 team fouls now for Wendover here.
Hernandez's second personal as well, and with almost half the first quarter to go.
Something to monitor. She's going to check out, and it's going to be Bateman coming in to take her place. So Vasquez checks out as well for Bryce Valley, and Olivia Meekum will come in as well. Here's Leach. She gets the handoff. Thought about a 3. Instead gives it off to Mia.
Leach cuts.
Good movement, but too far of a pass, so it's another turnover here for Bryce Valley. Here come the Wildcats. Alvarez will bring it across. Still looking to get her first points of the game. Oh, a nice dish off and a free throw jumper. Missed that time from Robles. And Bryce Valley will let the ball roll out of bounds. They'll regain possession. Still a tie ball game here with 3:11 to go here in the first. So both teams getting a lot of good looks, just haven't found a lot of shots to fall here in the first.
Yeah, quality of the shots seems pretty good. There's been a couple of hard push, fast break threes that aren't necessarily greatest quality, but still good shots, and just can't get them to fall.
Leach fouled on her drive as Carly Robles will pick up her first. So Bryce Valley will inbound baseline. Shot clock will reset. Now under 3 here to go in the first. Trying to find Leach. She falls onto the basketball backwards. It'll be jump ball staying here with the Mustangs. Don't see that too often. So we'll try this again on the other side of the baseline. Cutting Meekum, loses the basketball for a moment. Now it's on the ground again. Here's another jump. Yes. So 2 jumps right in a row. This time it's going to head the other way. Love to see the effort of the girls going after the basketball. Instead of, just trying to foul a player, they're trying to get that ball.
Yeah, gotta take care of the rock, and those passes inside, clean them up a little.
Alvarez with another quick 3 from downtown. Doesn't go. Fight for the rebound. Still bobbled. And they're going to call a foul down low. It looks like it's going to go against Bryce Valley.
Going against Barna.
So that'll be her first and the team's first foul here in the quarter.
That's a tough call as a referee. Just seeing that there's obviously contact, but loose ball, getting after it.
Scrum with a lot of players, but that time Wendover's able to capitalize as Millie Hicks gets her second basket. She's up to 4 now in the game. Leach over to Tebbs, trying to find Barna cutting. Instead, she'll go up top to Russo. Now back over to Tebbs. Had a quiet day yesterday, but she'll hand it back over to Grace for 3. Too short. Hicks with the board. Here comes Alvarez the other way. She's going to drive, put up a floater, and banks it off the glass for 2. What a shot that time by Natalie Alvarez, and that bank shot is brought to you by State Bank of Southern Utah. Experience the difference of hometown banking. Leach thought about a 3-4-0 run right now for Wendover to take an 8-4 lead. Here's a cutting Teb. She goes off the left side. Too strong. Hicks with another strong rebound. Alvarez in transition. Oh, a nice spin move down low. Layup no good that time from Robles. But she'll put up another shot, this time from the 3. Doesn't go. Here's Hicks. And she's fouled as she tries to pass it down low to Phoenix. So Wendover now with multiple opportunities thanks to some offensive boards. So some more subs coming in as Robles will check out and Leslie Montalvo will check in. And she'll come in alongside Elisa Gomez. Inbound finds its way over to the right wing. Bank doesn't go that time for Montalvo, but another offensive board. Gomez can't get it to go. So here comes Bryce Valley, still trailing by 4. Over to Tebbs, moving quickly. She's fouled. And let's see if they call it on the floor.
Well, we'll be in the bonus now either way, so she'll be heading to the line.
That's right. There's the 5th for Wendover. So Tebbs heading to the line for 2. That'll be Bateman's first foul of the game. And so Cache Tebbs with a chance to add to her early 2 points. Misses the first. Vasquez will check back in as Russo comes out. And Phoenix with a short trip to the bench. She's right back in the game for Wendover. Tabs with a chance to go 1 of 2 from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Does it. Wow, that about sat on the rim for 2 seconds or so, but finally drops. Cuts the lead down to 3. Under a minute to go now here in the first. Here's Alvarez over to Hicks, left side. Popping it over inside the corner to Bateman, now back up top with Natalie. Cross-court pass over to Montalvo for 3. No good. Rebound won by Dubois. She puts it back up and in for 2. Phoenix Dubois now with 4 of the 10 for the Wildcats. About a 4-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Vasquez still looking to get her first point. She puts up a floater. Can't get it off the glass. Rebound goes out to Wendover. Shot clock turned off, but they're looking to push. Oh, and falling down on the near side is Bateman. She turns it over for Wendover. Leach almost loses it herself. Oh, a nice Euro step. High pass over to Meekum. She's met by 3 defenders. And it's going to be tipped out of bounds. It'll stay here, though, with Bryce Valley. Tempo picks up dramatically there in that last 30 seconds or so.
Yeah, a couple of good fast breaks.
So 8.5 seconds left on the clock. Tebbs looking to inbound. Still looking. Finds Leach up top. Vasquez at the logo. Back over to Leach. Under 3 seconds now. She's got to put something up. They find Tebbs. Put something up, but it doesn't go, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Wendover leads it 10-5 as we head into the second. This is state championship basketball brought to you by Color Country Plumbing on TeamHive.live.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Are you tired of winter and ready to ride? We invite you to the Bryce Canyon Mule Days. Join us in Tropic, Utah, the first week in May for guided mule rides, vendors, food, and fun, including arena events, all mule fun rodeo, and ranch sorting. Then Friday night, a live concert featuring Dave Stamey and Bren Hill. The premier Chrome and the Canyon Mule Sale on Saturday. Learn more at BryceCanyonMuleDays.com, and we will see you there.
Welcome back into the Blackburn Propane broadcast booth. Warmth you can rely on, powered by family, fueled by trust. Nate Thatcher alongside Zenon Hutchings as we see Wendover lead at 10-5. Let's do some Fab Rats trivia. Fab Rats is a entertaining, family-friendly YouTube channel. And this game's question will be, what are the color of the doors on the wood truck? Make sure to email your answer to uhsslive@gmail.com to win your free Fab Rats merch up at the SVC broadcast booth. Nice play out of bounds.
And one opportunity.
Finds Mia Barna open on the right side. She gets the foul and the bucket to drop. Nice start to the second quarter for Bryce Valley.
It's a great way to come out of the gate, build a little momentum, and hope for a great second quarter.
Mia was able to cut a lot in that first quarter, just couldn't find a ball to find the bottom of the net. Can't get the layup to go, but nonetheless, still a good start for that half-court offense. Here's Alvarez the other way. She'll take another three, and it rattles off again. Another fight for the rebound. Dubois just comes in there, rips it away from 2 Mustangs.
It's going to stay Monument Valley ball, or excuse me, Wendover ball. Wrong team.
They all kind of blend together when we've got 8 games a day.
Yeah.
But wow, Phoenix Dubois just coming in there and claiming her territory as Hicks goes up for the layup left side. She's fouled, so she'll head to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line for 2. So Brinkerhoff will pick up her first foul. And now both teams with a foul here early on in the second quarter. Hicks with a nice first quarter. She had 4 points. Looking to add to that right here and gets her 5th to rattle in from the free throw line. That increases the lead back up to 4 at 11-7. Hicks for her second, gets them both. Nice trip that time for Millie. Now Wendover picking up a soft full court press. Mustangs able to beat it for a moment, but it comes off the feet of Barna, and it's going to be a turnover for the Mustangs the other way.
Barna not too happy with that call. Felt like it was off the hands of Wendover.
Nonetheless, Wildcats have the ball. Now leading it by 5, looking to increase it here. Alvarez has it far side. Brings it back over to Robles. She'll take a 3. Leaves it short. And Barna's just going to let it go straight out of bounds. Heading back the other way. So a lot of good looks from 3 for Wendover, but still haven't found one to drop.
And Mustangs so far haven't really struggled to break down that full court press. Looks like Coach Roundy has done a good job of getting them prepped for that.
Last 2 times, though, they've gotten a turnover. Alvarez now brings it across. She's put up a couple 3-pointers, still looking to get her first points of the game. Here's a 3 far side that misses. Rebound out to Barna, and a foul is going to be called against the Wildcats as they try to fight for the rebound.
That'll go against Leslie Montalvo.
So here comes Bryce Valley the other way. Able to break that full court press and set up their offense in the half court. They find Tebbs left side. She's going to drive baseline. Nice move. Gets the bucket up and in. And Tebbs on the board once again. Her first points here in the second quarter. She's got 5 now in the game. More than half of her team's points. Here's another 3 far side. This one too strong. Dubois, though, with that strong rebound and the putback once again. Up and in by the girl in 25.
And I think 4 of 6 of Dubois' points are coming off of offensive rebound and putbacks.
Montalvo with her second foul in a row. Phoenix just making a presence known on the offensive glass. It's allowing for easy putbacks for Wendover as they lead it by 5. Here's Leach up at the top of the key. Goes to the other side to Brinkerhoff. Back over to Vasquez. Gets a nice screen at the block and gets it off the glass for 2. So Annabella now gets her first 2 points of the game for another bank shot brought to you by State Bank of Southern Utah. Mustangs playing a little bit of harder defense there on that perimeter after Wendover's been pulling a lot of shots. There's another one, though, from Alvarez. She can't get it. Hicks with a putback. Phoenix with another board. She goes up. Blocked. Barna saves it in bounds. So 3 tries by Wendover. Can't find one to go. Timeout called by Bryce Valley, and we will take it with them. This is State Championship Basketball brought to you by Lamb Excavating on TeamHive.live.
Do you like car shows? Well, let's supersize it as trucks from all over come for you to enjoy at the Panguitch City Truck Show. It's a family fun event on the 4th of July weekend. Friday night is the light show on Panguitch Main Street from 8 to 10:30 p.m. Saturday, the show will be at the Panguitch City Park from 10 to 4. Truck registration is $75. We support all truck drivers that make our communities better, so why not show off their trucks? We wish all teams success.
I know. You think underage drinking is wrong.
Letting a parrot watch horror movies is wrong. I found you! Underage drinking? That's very wrong. It can harm your learning ability and your grades.
When your kids understand underage drinking isn't just wrong, it's very wrong, 9 out of 10 don't drink.
Welcome back into Richfield High School, coming out of that Zions Bank timeout. For banking that helps you power forward, Zions Bank is for you. Wendover with a 14-11 lead. We've seen Dubois and Hicks get a lot of offensive boards. A couple putbacks were able to find their way down the bottom of the net. But Bryce Valley still only down 3, and they've put up a lot less shots than their opponent.
And, as we kind of mentioned at the beginning of the game, story of the game so far has kind of been taking care of those offensive possessions, not turning the ball over, and I feel that Wendover's done a little bit better job of that so far.
Vasquez can't get the bucket to go, but it's out of bounds off Wendover, so it will stay here with Bryce Valley for another try. Tebbs inbounds to Leach, near side. She's going to bring it around the horn, finds Vasquez, who finds a cutting Tebbs, moving right. She's met with a double team, so she kicks it out to Barna for three. No good. Long rebound out to Hicks.
Great inside out look. Just can't get it to fall.
So here's Alvarez the other way. Both teams still looking to cash in their first three-pointer. There's Robles. Ball finds its way over the other side. Alvarez will take it top of the key. Leaves it short again. And still no team able to get one from the Bryce Canyon City three-point line. So a double team meets Tebbs, but she's able to get across to Barna, who almost got past Dubois for a moment, but it's going to be off of Phoenix's body, so it'll stay here with Bryce Valley. So that full court press right now is seeming to speed up the offense, and it's causing a few turnovers.
Yeah.
Leach now brings it near the logo. Over to Tebbs, far side. Finds a cutting Meekum, who goes up for two. Too strong. Rebound out to the Wildcats. Oh, and a nice interception by Tebbs, and the steal goes over to the bucket. She leaves it short, though, because it was blocked, as Hicks was coming back to try and defend that, but Tebbs with a nice defensive steal. So Cachet looking to find a teammate. Finds Meekum near baseline. Back up top to Vasquez. She's put up with a couple threes, couldn't get it to go, but she's fouled by Dubois with a floater left side. Brinkerhoff on that one. And so Vasquez heads to the line for two. First one up and strong for Annabella from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Very strong first half yesterday. Scored most of her 13 points in the first two quarters. And after this free throw, she only has 2 points.
And, Vasquez has had some pretty good looks to start the game here, but again, just struggling to get those good shots to fall.
Alvarez still looking for her first three, can't make it. Here's Dubois fighting for the rebound. It's one, and Tebbs is trying to steal it. And then Grace Leach does, as that time it was Robles that turns it over, and a foul is going to be called in transition. So that's already 5 team fouls against the Wildcats again. That'll send Bryce Valley back to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line in the bonus. It's Carly's second foul, so now you have 4 different players on Wendover with at least 2 fouls. First one off the right side for Leach. So here comes the second one for Grace. Try to cut it to a 1-possession game. As we are over the halfway point of the second quarter, ball is tipped out of bounds off of Phoenix's hands, so Bryce Valley gets another chance.
A couple of missed opportunities from the charity stripe for Bryce Valley. I think they've had 5 points that have been left sitting there.
Leach tried to make up for it with a three-pointer that went too strong, so here comes Alvarez the other way. Tries to dish it down low, but Vasquez with an almost steal. They get it back in the corner, and a timeout's taken by the Wildcats to avoid a turnover. We'll take it with them. This is State Championship Basketball brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services, Chad Lyman on KTTA 8.1.
Ruby's Inn General Store has the area's widest selection of Indian arts and crafts, curios, and groceries. Located 1 mile from the entrance to Bryce Canyon National Park, Ruby's General Store has what you need.
If you are buying or refinancing a home, did you know you can request your own title company? Keep business local and request security title for all your title, closing, and escrow needs. Travis and Hillary wish all team success in the postseason tournaments.
Welcome back into Richfield High School, coming out of that Zions Bank timeout. For banking that helps you stay in the game no matter where you are, Zions Bank is for you. So both teams struggling to get a little bit of their offense going here in the second quarter due to turnovers, and for Wendover, a little bit of foul trouble here. They've already put the Mustangs in the bonus, and as we mentioned before the break, 4 different players with 2 fouls. There's a 3 that finally rattles its way down for the Wildcats. The make coming from Allison Colazzo. Shot no good on the other end. Fight for the rebound is thrown back up. Teb somehow collects, finds Mia Barna, who cuts for 2 on the right side. She's fouled, and she'll head to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Only took about a quarter and a half to get that first 3 to fall down, but nice job by Allison to get it to go.
Well, and I don't even know. I think the referee called it too. I think Foot was over the line.
Is it 2-pointer?
Yeah, 2-pointer.
Two-pointer.
Still a great deep 2-pointer.
Just like you mentioned, it's still great because we just haven't seen a lot of jump shots fall down. As Barna's able to get her first to go down from the Legacy Ice Hardware free throw line, which is a good sign. She actually goes 2 for 2. She's up to 4 now in the game, all 4 coming in here in the second quarter. Under 3 now to go here in the first half. Phoenix, with a nice fake pass. She'll take a 3. No good. Once again, a fight for the rebound, and it'll be a jump ball possession with Bryce Valley. So after that correction, still both teams looking to get their first 3-pointer. Wendover with a lot of good looks from outside. They just still haven't gotten one to drop. And that shows you Du Bois is ready to score, not only right underneath the basket, she'll let it fly from deep.
Yeah, and in today's game environment, it almost feels like as a big, you have to know how to shoot. You can't be afraid to shoot that 3-point ball.
The Wildcats had 6 players on the floor for a moment, and the Bryce Valley fans are asking for that to be a technical. Let's see. Refs aren't going to do anything about it. They're just going to let them play on. Since the ball wasn't in play, I guess is probably going to be their reasoning. So here's Tebbs up top, over to Leach for 3 from the left side. She finally gets it to go, and there is our first Bryce Canyon City 3-pointer, courtesy of Grace Leach.
And Bryce Valley fired up about that missed call.
Deep 2 missed on the far side from Montalvo. It'll stay here, though, with the Wildcats. But it's good to see the lid finally come off the basket for Grace Leach from outside. She's up to 5 now in the game. And we knew this game would be close. It's the 12 versus 13 matchup here in the consolation bracket. Neither team's been able to pull away here in this first half. So Hicks gets the inbound play, and we're going to have an offensive foul against the Wildcats.
That one's going to go against Hicks.
They're going to say that she pushed off to try and get that shot.
That's her first personal.
Still, Wildcats pushing on that full court press. Almost get a steal, but Du Bois tips it out of bounds and stay here with the Mustangs. So both teams tied up at 16 as Tebbs checks back in for Russo. And let's see what Bryce Valley can come up with here in the half court. Barna over to Tebbs, who was cutting right side. Good look. Couldn't get it to go. Back over the other way come the Wildcats. Down low, then a kick out to the corner for three. Rattles in and out, but Phoenix Dubois gets the putback. That doesn't go. Montalvo goes back up. Robles goes up. That doesn't drop, and another foul will go against Bryce Valley. So, again, Wendover with a lot of opportunities in the same possession. Can't get it to go, but Millie Hicks will head to the line for two. So Meekum picks up her first foul, and that'll send Millie Hicks back to the free throw line as the first one rattles in for her. She's now 3 for 3 on the day. All here in the second quarter at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Trying to go 4 for 4. She does. It spins around and in. Dubois playing some hard defense up against Tebbs' far side, but she's able to cross the timeline. Here's Leach in the corner. Over to Vasquez. Vasquez is going to drive baseline. She's got a height advantage, but she travels with the basketball.
You know, you pick up that dribble, driving baseline, you get yourself in trouble in all sorts of different ways. You know, keep that dribble alive as long as you can.
Yeah, usually your momentum's taking you, and then I feel like that baseline acts like an extra defender, and so it's hard for you to stop on a dime and find a teammate. Hard turnover for the Bryce Valley Mustangs, but they get it right back on the other end. Here comes Leach. Oh, a nice spin move. Puts Alvarez on the ground. She picks up her dribble at the top of the key. Able to find Tebbs. Vasquez open in the corner for three. And it hits the rim a couple times. And it's going to be a foul against Bryce Valley and a fight for the rebound. So Vasquez still looking to get her first shot from outside. She's gotten a lot of good looks, still hasn't gotten one to drop. Meekum picks up her second foul. And the Wildcats still lead it by 2 with 1 minute to go here in this first half. Here's Alvarez. Now it's down low with Hicks. Far side over with Bateman. And she gets the layup to go.
Final minute of play here for the half.
Wildcats make it a 2-possession game with that nice bucket from Bateman. Here's Tebbs, near wing. Back over to Grace, top of the key. A little bit of a back and forth here. Oh, and a nice cut. Missed that time from Brinkerhoff. It's going back the other way. Shot clock turned off, and head coach Alvarez telling his team to slow it down and hold for the final shot. Ball is tipped around, and it's going to be a traveling violation. Bateman walked too much with it as she was trying to recollect the loose ball. So a turnover against the Wildcats. Bryce Valley with a potential shot.
Yeah, able to bring it within a 1-possession game coming out of the half would be a big deal.
Here's Leach trying to get down low to Barna. Nice pass. Now it's back up top. They got to get a shot up, and they can't do it, and that will end our first half as we see the Wildcats go on a 4-0 run to end things and take the lead 20-16. We'll be right back with the SUU halftime report on the other side of this break. The state championship basketball brought to you by SC Broadband on 1aball.com and KSLSports.com.
State Stop Station has all of your traveling needs. Stop by our Route 12 grill for a homemade burger and fries, or for fresh south of the border Mexican cuisine.
Tandem Contractors is a licensed general contractor specializing in dirt work, concrete, utility installation, and septic systems, serving Garfield County and the surrounding area. Call Tell today, 435-690-0243.
Tropic Utah is your destination, located in the middle of 5 national and 4 state parks with other recreation areas to see as well. With more hiking, biking, horseback riding, canyoneering, and adventure than you can do in a lifetime, Tropic has lots of options for lodging and dining. Hope to see you soon in Tropic.
Welcome out to the SUU halftime report as we see the Wendover Wildcats currently leading the Bryce Valley Mustangs here in the consolation bracket of the girls division 20-16. Nate Thatcher alongside Zenon Hutchings. And Zenon, what did you see overall that allowed Wendover to take that lead going into the break?
You know, I think offensive boards are a big story of the first half. So Phoenix Dubois coming up with, I think, 4 of her 6 points off of offensive boards, and Millie Hicks with another 2 up there as well. And that, explains a lot of the shot differential and second chance opportunities as well.
We've seen both of these teams get a lot of good looks, especially from outside. We've only seen one able to drop from either squad. That one came from Grace Leach. Do you think that both of these teams would...
Wendy Mesa Studios in Panguitch is your local source for personalized and custom printed products. From wholesale items for your gift shop to custom framed or gallery wrapped canvas pictures, we have you covered. Contact us at 435-618-0014.
Big or small, life is a collection of defining moments. And at Southern Utah University, these moments happen all the time. This is where you find your people, where new friends become like family, where you face challenges with confidence, knowing you have a supportive community cheering you on. These moments are more than just memories. They define who you are and who you will become. This is where you soar. See your future at suu.edu.
From humble beginnings to major discoveries in genetics, medicine, computer science, engineering, and every other corner of campus, it's been a remarkable 175 years, and we are still climbing.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games is Utah's premier sporting event. The games are hosted by Southern Utah University, and we invite you to be part of the action. Register today and compete in a variety of events, from barrel racing, skeet shooting, basketball, track, arm wrestling, long-range rifle and pistol shooting, ultimate frisbee, horseshoes, swimming, and so much more. Find your event and register today at utahsummergames.org. Imagine a cool winter sunrise with the sound of skates gliding across smooth ice, adding to the soundtrack of winter in Bryce, with the unveiling of the Bryce Canyon Ice Ribbon. The Ice Ribbon offers a meandering path with music echoing through the pines. Ruby's Inn provides crowd-pleasing activities that include ice skating, snowshoeing, and cross-country skiing, with equipment rentals on site. Book now at ruby'sinn.com.
Enhance your farm's productivity with Aero AG Solutions advanced spray drones. Aero AG specializes in custom aerial application of pesticides, herbicides, fertilizers, seed, and more. Call Logan Lefevre at 435-690-9819.
Brown Brothers Construction is your trusted ready-mix supplier. We proudly serve Wayne, Paiute, Garfield, and Kane counties, delivering reliable and cost-effective concrete solutions for residential, commercial, and industrial projects. We are excited to announce we now offer concrete pumping services in Kane County. Need to get concrete to a hard-to-reach location? Our concrete pumping services make placement fast, easy, and efficient, saving you time and labor costs. Call us today and experience top-notch service with a commitment to excellence.
Blackburn Propane is a family-owned company. We've been in business for 31 years. Full-service propane company servicing all of central and southern Utah and parts of Nevada and Arizona. We don't just service one, we service all.
Bryce Canyon City is your destination for adventure. Cruise the miles of scenic trails on e-bikes, ATVs, horses, mountain bikes, or on foot. Let us take your breath away with a stunning array of winter activities, the rodeo, shopping for memorable souvenirs, world-class stargazing, and of course, the majestic Bryce Canyon National Park. Make Bryce Canyon City your next stop for an unforgettable adventure. All the amenities the city can provide. Visit BryceCanyonCityUT.gov.
Oscar and Christine Ward with Bryce Canyon Scenic Tours and Shuttle Service, offering tours, bike rentals, and transportation throughout the Bryce Canyon country area.
Danny, Wendy, Waylon, and Cameron Brinkerhoff invite you to come relax and enjoy life at a slower pace. Surround yourself with some of nature's most breathtaking scenery on their quiet farm surrounded by Bryce Canyon National Park and the Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument.
The Bryce Canyon Half Marathon course takes you through the iconic red rock that is abundant throughout Bryce Canyon country. Also enjoy the 5K or Color Me Fun run. Register today at BryceCanyonHalfMarathon.com. Race is scheduled for the second Saturday in July.
The Bryce Canyon Inn and Pizza Place in Tropic are proud to support Region 20 teams. Come stay in our clean, comfortable cabins. Enjoy our homemade pizza and savor our rich, specialty coffee blends while watching the sun rise over Bryce. Come explore with us. The Bryce Canyon Inn and Pizza Place in Tropic are proud to support Region 20 teams. Come stay in our clean, comfortable cabins. Enjoy our homemade pizza and savor our rich, specialty coffee blends while watching the sun rise over Bryce. Come explore with us.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back into the Blackburn Propane broadcast booth. Warmth you can rely on, powered by family, fueled by trust. Here at Richfield High School, it is the Wendover Wildcats currently leading the Bryce Valley Mustangs 20-16 in the first day here at the consolation bracket of the 1A state basketball tournament. Nate Thatcher alongside Zenon Hutchings as we get ready for second half action. As the Wildcats start with another quick three by Alvarez, it doesn't go. Rebound finds its way out to Brinkerhoff. And just like that, Natalie's trying to get things going again from deep. Still hasn't been able to find one to drop just yet, as Tebbs has it right side. Finds Barna up top, over to Vasquez. She was also looking for her first three, couldn't find one. Now she'll take it to the rack. Good defense that time by Dubois, and Hicks gathers in the rebound. Ball will be out of bounds, and they're going to say it's off of Phoenix last. So the Mustangs will get the ball on their own side of the floor. What'd you think about that first possession with Annabella instead of taking that shot driving to the rim?
I like to see it. I love to see the aggression. You know, it sounds like Coach Roundy came into the half with them and said, "Hey, look, you know, our shots aren't falling. We got to drive the lane."
Ball finds its way around the perimeter. Vasquez is going to do it again. Pump fakes the three, picks up her feet. And they're going to send 3 seconds at the key, this time on Bryce Valley, so a turnover for the Mustangs. So here comes an early sub as Bateman checks in for Hernandez for the Wildcats. Both of those girls with 2 fouls in that first half. They started out in a little bit of foul trouble, but kind of cooled off towards the end. They allowed Bryce Valley to get into the bonus in both quarters. Here's Hicks down low. She's met by 3 defenders, somehow finds her way through it. Shot goes up, but it's left a little short.
And Hicks with a wild scoop shot there.
Sometimes you see those drop in, though. Here's Tebbs back over to Vasquez. She's going to drive, goes up for her third shot. This quarter doesn't get it to go too strong. So here come the Wildcats in transition. Oh, Alvarez with a nice move and a layup off the right side. Brought the ball up and then put it down for 2. And a foul by Bateman in transition. That'll be her third. And Natalie Alvarez, that's probably the move of the day so far. That was nice.
That was great. Great way to protect the ball. Great move. Great finish.
It can be really hard at times to try and bring the ball over your head as they're using that step to get to your layup, and she executed it to perfection. So here's Leach near side, picks up her dribble. Lots of cutting into the paint. This time it's Tebbs doing it. Right side, gets the layup up, but she's fouled. So now Cache Tebbs will head back to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line where she went 1 for 2 in that first half. Finished with 5 points, which is a good sign as she had a very quiet day yesterday in their loss against Wayne. First one no good, though, here in the third.
And you know, Nate, the other thing that I think that this new offensive look that Bryce Valley's coming out with is going to do is, put Wendover team in some foul trouble. And, just give them the opportunity to see some of the bench players.
Yeah, you have 2 players now with 3 fouls as Dubois lets it fly from deep. She can't get it to go. Barna trying to collect the board. Bodies hit the ground, and there's another foul call. So a little bit of physicality on both ends, but I see what you're saying. I think Bryce Valley's going to try and see if they can add more to this total. Already 3 now against the Wildcats, and we're just over 2 minutes here into this third quarter. Here's Barna over to Vasquez in the corner. Annabella dishes it out. Tebbs thought about it. Now she brings it back out to Vasquez. She's going to drive, and she's defended well by Hicks, but Millie gets her on the arm on the way up. So now there's 4 team fouls with over 5.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. So far, no player that's fouled for Wendover has less than 2 as Annabella gets the first one to drop. Good sign after she missed both of them from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line in the first half. Here comes the second. It's up and goes down. So she goes 2 for 2 after going 0 for 2 her last trip.
Brings it to a 1-possession game for the Mustangs.
That's right. They're down 3. Let's see what the Wildcats can do. A high pass down low on the other side to Robles. And a traveling violation is going to be called as she tried to get out of that situation.
And good call there from the referee. A lot of foot movement.
Here comes Tebbs the other way, guarded closely by Alvarez. Barna's got it. Over to Leach. They go cross court to Tebbs. Thought about a 3 once again. Now she's going to drive. Splits through 3 defenders. Gets the bucket up, but it doesn't go down. Hicks again. A menace on the offense, on the glass in total. Both sides. She gets the board, but she's fouled as she moves in transition. And that foul is going to go against Miley Brinkerhoff. That'll be her second. And a substitution coming in as Robles checks out. Barna will come out. Russo comes in. So Bryce Valley might be dealing with the same conundrum that Wendover had. They had a couple too many players on the floor, but they'll take a timeout, and we'll take it with them. This state championship basketball brought to you by Legacy Ace Hardware on 1aball.com and KSLSports.com.
Bryce Canyon Subway wants to thank Region 20 teams for their business this past season. If you're looking for a great summer job with competitive wages and flexible hours, call Cherisher Lucene at 435-834-5888.
Cannonville, Utah, located in the heart of color country from Bryce Canyon National Park to Grosvenor's Arch, there is more beauty to see than you can fit into one trip. Cannonville, your adventure headquarters. Go Mustangs!
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
Welcome back into Richfield High School, coming out of a Zions Bank timeout. For game-winning banking with a home team feel, Zions Bank is for you. As Wendover brings it into the half court, almost lost for a second. Hicks picks it up. She drives baseline. Oh, uses a nice spin move, but leaves the shot short. And it looks like it's going to be a jump ball call that will head over to Bryce Valley. So good defensive possession coming out of that timeout. A reminder about our Fab Rats trivia question. The question was, what are the color of the doors on the wood truck? We did have someone respond with the answer green, and I will give a hint to that person and everyone else listening. The actual color is the color you use to mix with yellow to get the color green, as Leach misses from the top of the key. So make sure to send that answer to the email uhsslive@gmail.com to get that free Fab Rats merch. Here's a second chance opportunity as Tebbs lets it fly from deep. Can't get it to go. Heads back the other way, so they brought it within one possession, but they're struggling to kind of get even closer than this three-point deficit they find themselves in.
Yeah, so far, slow offensive scoring game. Shots kind of hard to come by.
Timeout called by Wendover to avoid another turnover, and we'll take this one with him as well. This is State Championship Basketball brought to you by Garfield Memorial Hospital, TeamHive.live, and KTTA 8.1.
Own business providing a unique experience on the back of a horse or sure-footed mule. To see the spectacular scenery of Bryce Zion and Grand Canyon North Rim National Parks. To make reservations, please visit our website, canyonrides.com.
Clark's Country Market and Rustler's Restaurant on Main Street in Tropic, your hometown grocer. Rustler's offers a wide variety of entrees, and Kindy's Sweet Shop will satisfy that sweet tooth. Dallas and Emily Clark wish the Bryce Valley Mustangs success.
For all your residential and commercial plumbing needs, contact Color Country Plumbing. Specializing in new construction, call today, 435-231-3950. Wishing all of Region 20 success in the postseason. Cowboy Smokehouse in Panguitch, Utah, where real cowboys along with locals gather for our famous homemade food. Big news! We are in our new location. We couldn't be more pleased. With a new large banquet room to accommodate large parties and events. Come join us at the Cowboy Smokehouse in Panguitch.
Welcome back, coming out of that Zions Bank timeout. For banking designed to help you score more, Zions Bank is for you. So the Wildcats tried to avoid a turnover, so they called that timeout. They have the basketball with 24 seconds on the shot clock. Alvarez has it up top.
Hicks gets it to go.
Nice job by Millie Hicks, and that's the first Bryce Canyon City 3 for Wendover in this game. And they lead it 25-19. Tebbs now has it up top. Uses a spin move, kicks it out to Vasquez. She'll try to respond, and she does! What a nice shot by Annabella Vasquez. And now the ball is hitting the hoop from downtown. Alvarez tries to kick it out, but instead she was passed over to the cheerleaders in the corner. It'll be a turnover for the Wildcats. Shout out to Corey Anderson for winning our Fab Rats trivia. The answer was blue. That's the color of the doors on the wood truck. Make sure to come get your merch at the SVC booth. And you can get a T-shirt, a beanie, a jerky. You can send someone else if you can't make it, so shout out to Corey for getting our correct answer today. Make sure to check out Fab Rats on YouTube. Bryce Valley looking to get some more points out of the inbound baseline. Back-to-back three-point buckets for the first time today. As Bryce Valley cuts it down to 3 once again. Here's Tebbs driving. She goes up and she's blocked. And we're going to have another jump ball call. It's going to head back the Wildcats' way. So, once again, Tebbs trying to drive down inside the paint, but she's met with a couple Wildcats that are playing some good defense.
Yeah, just getting their hands in there at the right time, disrupting ball movement, and keeping Tebbs from being able to put those shots up.
Mustangs meeting Wendover at half court, but here comes Hicks driving left. Can't get the bucket to go. Hard-fought rebound won by Vasquez, and she's going to bring it out. Fresh off her first three-point make of the day. She gives it over to Grace Leach. The other three-point make coming from her hands earlier. She's blocked again by Hicks down low. Here comes Alvarez, weaving her way around the defense. She throws up a shot, she's fouled. Alvarez so good at finding a way to sneak past the first line of defense to get a shot up, and now she's at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line to try and get two more to add on to her 2 points she scored in that first quarter and a bucket here in the third. First one is up, too strong, no good off back iron. Natalie averages typically 8.3 points per game, right now with 4. Millie Hicks, though, the team leader, doing her thing. She's got 11 now. Typically averages around 9. Alvarez for her second to go 1 for 2, and she does. So the lead back up to 4 for the Wildcats. Here comes Bryce Valley the other way as Barna drives, and she's fouled by Phoenix Dubois. And so that's 5 team fouls once again for Wendover. And that will send Bryce Valley to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line as they hit the bonus for the third straight corner. Something surprising, though, Phoenix with only 2 fouls. It seems like with how physical she's been, you'd think she'd have the most, but 2 other players have more than she does.
Yeah, and Barna hits her first there. You know, I think that the Bryce Valley fan section would agree with you that maybe she ought to have a couple more.
Second one goes as well, so a 2-for-2 trip for Mia Barna cuts this back down to a 2-point game, and there's that defense meeting at the logo. Alvarez finds Hicks to go past it, but the ball's off her legs. Going back the other way, almost picked off by Alvarez, but here comes Tebbs. She's moving down the right side of the court, puts up a shot, and she's fouled. That looks to be against Bateman, and that will be her 4th. So you'd have to think that she has a sub coming in to take her out of that, so she avoids getting taken out of the game in total. So here's Cache Tebbs at the line. Sinks the first. And she's now 3 for 5 on the day from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. She's got 7 points now for the game.
The tie-up shot.
Got it.
Good.
And that's been a mountain that it's been hard for the Mustangs to climb, and now they've finally tied it at 26. And an offensive foul goes the other way, and Miley Brinkerhoff is letting the fans know that she's very emotional about it. She loves it. So another turnover for the Wildcats, and now Bryce Valley with a chance to take the lead. Here's Leach. Over to Tebbs. Finds Vasquez. You can just see in her brain what she's thinking about that 3. Instead, Leach will take it. No
Great
good.
shot.
Hicks with the board. And a foul down low by Bryce Valley. That'll be the 13th foul. And it looks to be against Mia Barna. So now we're seeing open looks from both sides. We've gotten 2 threes now here in this third, but it looks like they're creating opportunities in space for their shooters from the perimeter.
Yeah, you know, as you get that defense to collapse down inside with with driving the lane the way both teams are, it opens up a lot of three-point opportunities as well.
Alvarez still looking to get her first three, misses that attempt, but they get an offensive board, and a foul is going to be called on the defense as Dubois hits the deck.
We call that against Cachet Tebs, and
so let's see what Wendover comes up with. Under 2 now to go here in the third. Inbound baseline finds Hicks. She'll take another three. Almost got it off the glass. There's another opportunity, though, as Alvarez hoists from deep and gets it to go. Natalie Alvarez now with her first Bryce Canyon City 3 of the game. The Mustangs almost turn it over as Wendover retakes the lead 29-26. Here's Vasquez up top. Looking to go down low, picked off by Hicks. She's moving over to Alvarez, far side. Here comes Natalie. Looks to get a screen. She'll take another shot over 3 defenders. Leaves it short, but a foul is going to be called. And it looks like it's not on the shot is what he's saying for a second, I believe. Maybe not. Two free throws, so I think he was saying it's not a 3, it's 2. And now Wendover also in the bonus. So Alvarez with a quiet first half, only scored 2 points in that first quarter. And now she has 6 here in the third quarter alone and finally got her first 3 to drop. She made 25 on the year in the regular season. And she's able to add to that total here today. Goes 1 for 2 once again from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Now 9 points in the game. Lead up to 4 once again for the Wildcats. Here's Vasquez from the top of the key. Bullseye! Annabella Vasquez now with 2 threes for the Bryce Canyon City three-point line here in the third quarter alone. It cuts it to 1. Vasquez with the steal. And a jump ball is going to be called. It's going to head Bryce Valley's way. So number 33 now showing up to counteract what Alvarez is doing on the other side.
And when Vasquez starts shooting well, you know that things are going to turn around here for Bryce Valley. A lot of intensity here in the third quarter. Love to see the passion and the heart out of these athletes.
Here's Hicks with another steal. She's in the open floor. Goes up with the right and gets the layup to go. Millie Hicks continuing her impressive game as she's continuing on in double figures. Here's Leach the other way. Puts the layup up. She misses it but gets her own board. Vasquez pump fakes. Hands off to Leach. Another 3. Got it! Grace Leach with her second 3 of the game. And now the net is on fire for both teams as they're tied at 32. Wendover's got to put up a shot. Here goes Hicks. At the buzzer, no. And what a fourth quarter we'll be in for as both teams tied up here at 32. This state championship basketball brought to you by Bryce Canyon Car Show and Fly in on 1aball.com.
Fab Ride is an entertaining YouTube channel based in beautiful southern Utah. Paul, Michelle, and the crew showcase major and minor fabrication and builds, off-road adventures, family fun, and much more. Check them out on YouTube and subscribe today.
Celebrating over 80 years of service, Garfield Ready Mix and Bryce Valley Builders are proud to sponsor 1A basketball. Providing quality concrete to Paiute, Kane, Garfield, and Wayne counties, the mudders at Garfield Ready Mix are the best around. Are you looking for ways to protect your agricultural-related investments from lack of precipitation and market downturns? We are the Ag Experts. Our team specializes in PRF insurance, LRP insurance, and ranch insurance. Give Chad a call today to learn how you can protect your calf check from the market downturns and your livestock range from drought. Don't get caught at the bottom of the cycles. Choose the experts. Choose us, your agriculture insurance specialists. Call Chad Lyman with Tyler Jeffs & Associates at 435-633-5981.
Hello, everyone, and welcome in as we get ready for fourth quarter action up here in the Blackburn Propane broadcast booth. Nate Thatcher alongside Zenon Hutchings. We got Ashley on the camera. We got Aiden, our producer. We're in for a good one. Ball finally found the bottom of the net there in the third quarter, especially from the perimeter. It's all tied up here at 32. Here's Alvarez, and she bakes it off the glass for a floater, and she's continuing her hot streak here in the second half, now up to double figures with that bank shot brought to you by State Bank of Southern Utah.
And I think that's 4 quarters in a row now that Alvarez has taken that first shot, quick shot on the possession. So
here's Vasquez the other way, going against 3 defenders. Dubois with a lot of contact, no foul. Here goes Hicks the other direction. Over in the corner, the 3 is hoisted up and short. Missed that time from Montalvo, but Hicks brings it back. Alvarez moving left to right. Bounce pass down low to Hernandez. Ball's going to be tipped out of bounds, though, by the Mustangs. It'll stay here with Wendover. So Alvarez reaches 11 points now in the game. Second Wildcat to reach double figures. Millie Hicks with 13. Here's another 3 hoisted up and rattles down. After the miss, she gets the make. Leslie Montalvo with her first points of the game here in the fourth. And the lead back up to 5.
Wendover coming out in the fourth quarter, just punching.
Here's Leach. Over to Tebbs. She finds Meekum. Meekum's going to drive. She goes up, and a foul is going to be called on the floor. It seems like Bryce Valley has found themselves in a small deficit that they've slowly had to keep trying to fight their way back from. And that's credit to Wendover starting quickly in all 4 quarters, like you mentioned. So Leach gets the inbound play. She'll move from the wing to the top of the key. She finds Vasquez near side. Tebbs pump fakes a 3. She's going to drive right. And a nice block by Millie Hicks, who steals it right from her hands. Here's Millie, who throws it right over to Grace Leach, who falls down. She kept dribbling, though, while she fell down, which was a nice move with some high IQ. Not get the travel violation, but a foul's going to be called on a reach-in by the Wildcats.
That one will go against Alvarez, her third.
And already, once again, 2 team fouls for the Wildcats as we hit a minute and a half here into the second quarter. Here's Tebbs, far side. Picks up her dribble. Finds a cutting Leach at the top of the key. She'll take it and miss. Oh, it hit all parts of the iron, but can't get it to drop. Still trails by 5. Here comes Alvarez. Let's see if Wendover can extend that lead. Here's Hicks from the left side. No good. Gets her own rebound. She drives. Looks for a bounce pass to Phoenix, who collects, gathers, and puts it up and in as she hits the deck. Phoenix Dubois with her first point since the second quarter. Here's a cutting Barna going up for a layup, and she's fouled. So already the third team foul against Wendover. But they lead it by 7. So here's Mia Barna at the line for 2. She has 6 on the game. Can't make the first. Russo will check in for Vasquez. So let's see where the offense comes from, especially from outside for this Bryce Valley team with 33 on the bench. Second one's up and rattles in. So Barna goes 1 for 2 from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Here's Alvarez. Moving right to left, trying to go down low baseline. Looks like it's tipped by Bryce Valley, so it'll stay here with the team in white. That last free throw able to cut it to a 2-possession game, but still trailing by 6, which seems like a large deficit with how this game's played out.
No, absolutely, Nate. And, great defensive effort by the Mustangs so far tonight. Doing a good job of keeping Wendover from having free lanes.
So Alvarez will inbound off the tip from Barna as a three-pointer's up by Montalvo and connects again for another Bryce Canyon City three. Leslie Montalvo now with all 6 of her points from 2 threes here in the fourth. Bryce Valley's got to come up with a response. Here's Teb. She's fouled on another shot. As they now trail it by 9, their largest deficit of the game. So Cache Tebs back at the free throw line looking to get her first points here of the fourth quarter. She hit 3 of 4 from the line in the third. Misses the first. Still only 1 point right now for Bryce Valley here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, having a hard time to get that offense going, especially after a hot third quarter.
She goes 1 for 2. Team 2 for 4 now in the fourth as a collective effort, as Phoenix will check in and Hicks will come out. So 14 fouls against Wendover. That was Hicks' fourth as she was defending that shot. Ball will be out of bounds. Last touch by Leach. So if anything, if Bryce Valley wants to come back and get into this game, it's probably going to have to be from that free throw line, as they'll hit the bonus pretty soon here if things keep trending this way. Here's Dubois. She gets an and one. And she shows some emotion as she hits that one, saying finally, as she's been getting contact all night. And that's up to a double-digit lead now for Wendover at 44-34. First team foul for Bryce Valley. Her and one free throw converts from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. And Dubois now with 5 points here in the fourth. Bryce Valley needs to come up with something here. Here's Leach, right wing. And it's thrown right to Hernandez. Hernandez in the open court. And it's picked off by Tebs for a moment. And she somehow saves it in bounds. Ball still being fought for, and it's going to go back the Wildcats' way. They say it's off of Meekum, who's having a loud conversation with her bench. Very frustrated with that call was Olivia. So here comes Alvarez moving left to right. Oh, and a hard shot thrown up, but she gets the foul call, and she'll head back to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line for 2 more.
The Mustangs getting a little emotional here and having some just not great fouls, you know.
It seems
unnecessary.
It seems like when it gets close, the emotion comes out, and sometimes the IQ can drop a little bit as Alvarez gets the first of 2 to go. Up to 12 now as Vasquez checks back in. And Meekum and Arusa will come out. So Alvarez trying to go 2 for 2 from the line. And she does. And that extends the lead up to 13. It was a tie ball game heading here into the fourth, and it's been all Wendover. Alvarez hits the deck as Barna has the ball right wing. Alvarez able to get up, but here's Vasquez. Bouncing, and a block by Dubois. She stayed vertical that whole way through. Here's Natalie going coast to coast. Nice pass down low, and a foul on that shot from Montalvo. She'll head to the free throw line for 2. She's been on fire here in the fourth. So Grace Leach will pick up the foul, but just like that, Bryce Valley now with 3 team fouls. First one, no good for Montalvo.
Yeah, Montalvo really making a show here in the fourth quarter. Great effort out of this athlete.
We only saw 1 3-pointer in that entire first half. And we've had 7 now here in the second half.
And Montalvo loses the grip on that. They're going to give her the ball again here.
You were mentioning in a couple of yesterday's broadcasts, you have such a specific routine at the line that sometimes if that gets messed up, you got to do it over. She goes 0 for 2 from the line at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Here comes Tebbs quickly the other way, going down low, and we're going to call a jump ball. It'll stay here with Bryce Valley. And the Mustangs fans wanting a foul call on that one. They saw a lot of contact. It'll stay here with Bryce Valley.
Wildcats have done an excellent job in this fourth quarter of just staying upright in the post, getting their hands on top of the ball and not on arms and hands. Really forcing a lot of turnovers and a lot of frustration from the Mustangs.
Tebbs loses it up top, and Alvarez is fouled in transition. She is just so fast. It's hard to catch up to her when she's in front of you. Foul going to be called against Tebbs in the process.
Good foul from Tebbs. She's only got 2 personal this late in the game and stops that transition point.
And it's not the NBA, so they won't give it a take. They won't call it a take foul, so she doesn't get automatic free throws. So Hernandez will inbound far sideline, and Alvarez looks to slow things down. Goes a little back and forth there as Montalvo now has it. Far side, and we've got a timeout by the Wildcats. A full timeout. We'll take it with them. This is State Championship Basketball brought to you by Bryce Canyon Car Show and Fly In on 1aball.com.
Mom, we're going to Sam's.
Somebody shut the door.
Welcome back to Ridgefield, coming out of that Zions Bank timeout. For big-time banking with a home team feel, Zions Bank is for you. It's been all Wildcats here in this fourth quarter. They've only allowed the Mustangs to score 2 points. Meanwhile, they've got 15 here in this fourth, led by Leslie Montalvo and Phoenix Dubois. Here's Alvarez from the corner, cashes it in. Natalie Alvarez now with 7 points here in this fourth, and the lead is up to 16. Here's Mia Barna for 2, no good. Here comes Natalie the other way. Alvarez, closely guarded by Leach. Gives it in the quarter to Bateman, now down low to Hernandez. Kicks it out for 2. That shot no good. Hernandez tries to save it, but she steps out of bounds in the process. You'd have to think that the three-point shot has probably been the difference maker, especially here in the fourth.
Yeah, and as you look at the scoreboard, it looks a little one-sided, but I don't feel like that's a great story of the game so far. I feel like the Mustangs have put up a great fight and just haven't got those shots to fall in the fourth quarter like the Wildcats have.
Both teams were struggling in the first half, but the Wildcats able to get it going here in the fourth. A fight for the ball off of the miss from Vasquez. And they're going to call a foul that will go against Hernandez. So that'll be the 5th team foul. And that will send Brinkerhoff to the line for 2. So 2.5 minutes left. You're down by 16. If Bryce Valley goes on to drop this one, what are you taking away from this as you move into the offseason?
It's Bryce Valley's story this year is kind of an interesting one and a great one. Going into this season, they almost didn't have a program. As you can tell, they've only got 7 girls down there playing. Day before state cutoff, they only had 4. So, as you head into the offseason, I think a huge thing for these girls is just going to be to continue to play hard, continue to practice, improve on their skills and come together as a team.
Yeah, absolutely. And that time, Brinkerhoff, she gets her first points as she went 1 for 2 from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Actually banked in the second. A reminder that bank shot's brought to you by the State Bank of Southern Utah. So here come the Mustangs the other way, still trying to close in on that deficit, down by 15. Here's Leach, deep 2 near wing. Tries to get it down low to Vasquez. Ball still tipped around. Stolen by Alvarez. Pace is dropped down just a little bit here. Yep, Natalie's going to bring it back and slow things down to the half court.
Going to play out that shot clock. Use the time off the clock a little bit aggressively.
Beautiful play down low for Hicks. Saw some contact, no foul call though. Here comes Barna the other way. Finds Vasquez in the corner. She'll go cross court as Brinkerhoff drives with a floater and gets another 2 to go. So Brinkerhoff with all 3 of her points here in the fourth. And that's the first field goal made for Bryce Valley here in the fourth quarter. 3 points before that all came from free throws. Here's Dubois, down low, beautiful pass, and it goes in. And Ramirez gets it to drop in the fourth quarter. Here's Leach the other way. She gets an easy 2 in transition. And a foul is going to be called as Alvarez hits the deck.
That's going to be Brinkerhoff's 4th.
So we now have 3 players with 4 fouls as we hit the under 1 minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Wildcats lead it by 13. And Alvarez is going to shoot these free throws by herself as her team talks with Coach Alvarez. First one up and in from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. And that's where Natalie's made her living here in the second half. And the Bryce Valley fans up to their feet as Tebbs and Leach check out. Cachet clearly emotional as she comes to the bench for the final time this season.
Those 2 athletes, seniors this year, and this will be the end of their high school career. Excellent effort from both of them in this tournament, and we wish them the best moving forward.
Here's Barna the other way. Over to Vasquez. She'll take up another 3. Got it to go. Nothing but net for Annabella Vasquez. That's her first 3 here of the fourth. Here's Hicks trying to respond. Off the iron, no good. Dubois gets the offensive board. Tries to go back up, and she's fouled in her attempt to do so. And Meekum will pick up her 4th foul in the process. So as the game was out of hand, good to see, though, that Bryce Valley finally seeing some shots go down for him.
Yeah, it's unfortunate a little bit too little too late here in the fourth quarter. Couldn't get the lid off the rim there at the first half of the fourth quarter, and Wendover really coming out punching.
So the Wildcats with an impressive showing after losing against Whitehorse yesterday in an 8-point loss. Put up a respectable effort, though. That was a close game, back and forth, but it was the turnovers really that hurt them. But they've been on fire here when it matters most in the fourth. Russo for 3 from the corner. Doesn't go. Ramirez gets the board. And it looks like they're just going to let the clock run out on this one. So the Wildcats moving on here in the consolation bracket as Bryce Valley's season comes to an end. Wendover wins it 55-42. As they go on a massive run in the fourth after they were tied in the third. We'll be right back on the other side of this timeout with the Ruby's Inn post-game report as well as the Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games Player of the Game. This is State Championship Basketball brought to you by Harward Reason Construction on KSLSports.com.
Barclays Propane proudly sponsors Region 20 basketball. We are here to meet your propane needs. Call us 800-747-5403.